Hey, this is Reiland with internationalbadassactivist.org, and I wanted to share something with you in the theme of Take the Mask Off, a 6-week amazingness that's happening with autistics around the world, and where we're talking about our mask and what that means to us, what it means when it's on, what it means when it's off, and all the things that are associated with that. So this past weekend, I was up in Sacramento training how to teach advocacy through a NAMI California program. So I'm really excited about that. So while I was there, one of the things is speech writing. And so I put my hand to it and I wrote a speech, and it's rough and it's a first pass on this, but I wanted to share it with you. And also some trigger warnings too, because this is very much the autistic crisis. And the autistic crisis, as our community knows, our #1 form of early death is suicide. So heads up on that. This will be something I work on to present to legislators, people in leadership positions, and positions who may be able to help autistic people with this crisis. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get started and read that and then end this and post it. But I just want to encourage you all. I'm amazed by how many people are out there contributing to Take the Mask Off, this incredible campaign put on by some incredible people and the Autistic Cooperative. It's just, I'm proud of everyone. Your voices are so loud and they're getting heard, and it's just awesome. I love our autistic community. So, all right, here's to the speech. And, hello. I'm Eve Reiland. I'm an autistic activist, founder of internationalbadassactivist.org, co-founder of the Autistic Cooperative, board member for Resources for Independence Central Valley, and member of NAMI Fresno. The autistic crisis is now the #1 early cause of death for autistics, regardless of our country, race, social class, abilities, and disabilities, is suicide. It is not uncommon for autistic people to start battling suicide ideation at a very young age, even as early as 7 years old, like it did with my oldest autistic son, like it did with my autistic self. My son and I both battled suicide ideation and bullies on a daily basis. School was a torture to be endured or escaped. This is a common experience for autistics around the world. Tragically, after we finish school, become young adults, it gets worse. Horrifically worse. The average lifespan for an autistic is 36 years old. We do not die young due to being born autistic. Rather, our lifespans are shortened by living divergent in a world that is hostile to difference. Our greatest handicap is neurotypical culture and people. The autistic crisis is now. Autistics are dying young and from preventable deaths. What has helped me as an autistic failed by the mental health care system has been NAMI, and that's National Alliance for Mental Illness, peer and educational programs, trainings, and access to an incredible network of support online and offline. NAMI programs taught me the coping and life skills I needed to live a quality life with severe mental illness. I was also taught how to share my story to help break stigma and promote education. Since then, I've evolved into an internationally recognized activist. Without NAMI peers and programs, I have the support of my autistic community. We tend to be a secret or closed people that include only autistic people. Our main form of help and support is each other. My community is further challenged with professionals that don't know how to treat us for mental illness and suicide ideation. If our autistic identity is known, often treatment is denied. We are sent home from crisis care without help, and no further help is offered. Autistics need help, and we need it right now. We need to create a care system to prevent autistic suicide, develop stigma-breaking programs to provide self-advocacy training, and create safe spaces for autistics so we can actually access the care. Autistic people need your help. Can we have your support and work together to prevent autistic suicide and create a better future for all autistics? Thank you.